shows the quantity of potatoes and tomatoes sold in 3 different shops, ABC. First one is about tomatoes, that is already directly given. And then the other one is about potatoes. In terms of kgs, 30, 45 and then 25. The quantity of potatoes sold is percentage more than quantity of tomatoes sold. 33 1 by 3%, 1/3. 1/3 of 30, 10. 10 more, 40. 11 1 by 9 fractional form 1/9. 1/9 of 45, 5. 5 more, 50. 40 percentage of 25 or 25% of 40, which is 10. 10 more, 35. If shop sold their vegetables at 20 per kg of tomatoes and 30 per kg tomatoes. Tomatoes 30 rupees, potatoes 20 rupees. Which shop earned most revenue? Right, let's see one by one. A, 30 into 30, 900. 40 into 20, 800. 900, 800. 1700. See, by just looking at numbers, you can decide, right? Why do we need calculation? Total number of kgs, where we have B. So, obviously, shop B will sell more money, right? Either in terms of total number of tomatoes or total number of potatoes. Both cases, B is selling more number of kgs. So, obviously, B's selling price will be more than other two. The ratio of potatoes to tomatoes sold in shop B is to be maintained in shop D, which sells 60 kgs of potatoes. Shop D sells 60 kgs of potatoes. How many kgs of tomatoes should be D sell? 50 became 60, increased by 10. Can I treat it as 20% of this number? If potatoes are increased by 20%, to maintain the same ratio, even tomatoes also should increase by 20%. How much is 20% of 45? 9. 9 more, 54. Without actually calculating the ratio, we can answer it by identifying percentage increase. You got it? What is the total quantity of vegetables, potatoes and tomatoes sold by all the shops together? All shops together. 45, 25, 70, 30, 100, 40, 50, 90 plus 35, total 225. What is the ratio of potatoes sold by shop B? 50. To tomatoes sold by shop A? 30. 50-30 ratio. 0 cancel. 5:3. 2/3 of shop A's potato stock. Potatoes 2/3. Potatoes and 3/5 of its tomato stocks are sold. What is the remaining total quantity of vegetables in shop A? Out of total production or available items, 2/3 of potatoes were sold. That means this is equal to 2/3 only. Then unsold are 1/3, which will be half of this number. So 20 are unsold potatoes. 3/5 of tomatoes were sold. That means this is equal to 3/5. Unsold are 2/5. If 3/5 is 30, 2/5 will be 20. 20 unsold tomatoes, 20 kgs of unsold potatoes. Now the question is about, is it about the total or remaining? Remaining in the sense 20 plus 20, 40. If the question is about total value, total sold items are 70. Unsold items are 40. Both together 110. Next. Train P crosses a platform thrice its length in 54 seconds when running at 108 km per hour. Find the time to cross the platform of length 495 meters by train P if it runs at 50% less speed. Train P crosses a platform thrice of its length. So which length is thrice? Platform length is thrice. Correct? If train P length is x, platform length becomes 3x. Total distance covered 4x. Distance covered is equal to speed into time. Speed 108 km per hour convert into meter per second 5 by 18 into time taken 54. How many times? 3 times. 4, 27 times. Then x is equal to 3 into 5, 15. 15, 27 times. 10 times plus and half of this number, which is equal to 405. So train length is equal to 405. Now this train crosses a platform of length 495. Then total distance covered is equal to 900. Question is about time divided by speed. But now the speed is 50% less than the original speed. What was original speed? 108. Half of it, 54 km per hour converted to meter per second by 18. 18, 3 times. 900 by 15. 60. What is 60? Seconds, which is equal to 1 minute. Resound vastandi. 60 seconds, which is equal to 1 minute. Be careful. Answer is fifth option. Don't look at the number 60. Now the same question, you can do it in another way also. If the length is x, platform length becomes 3x. 4x distance is covered in 54 seconds. Then to cover x distance, it will take 54 by 4 seconds with original speed. This is to cover train length. But finally we have to cross a platform also, where the platform length is 495 with original speed. Let us identify the time and finally convert this time to 50% of the speed. Or else what you can do is, now if the original speed is 2, now speed became half of it, which is 1. Are you okay? Then time taken will be 1:2. That means now it will take double the time. Agreed or not? This is to cover train length with original speed or 50% speed. Now with 50% speed, it will take double the time into 2. This is time to cover. This is time to cover. Time to cover train length. But finally we have to cover a platform of length 495 meters. Then along with this, you have to add time that it takes to cover platform. Platform length is 495. Original speed was 108. Half of its speed 54 converted to meter per second 18 3 times. 5 into 3 15 3 times, again 3 times, 2 times, 2 27 times. Answer 60. Seconds is our answer, which is equal to 1 minute. You can do it in a single line now. You understand? Next, the ratio of discount to profit on an article is 5:4. The market price of the article is 90 more than the cost price. Find the profit percentage. See, profit percentage is equal to profit by cost price into 100, correct? We should know either both in terms of number of articles, or we should know both in terms of rupees. 1 in number of parts, the other in terms of rupees, can we get the answer? No. If both are in terms of number of parts, we can answer the question. For example, selling price to cost price ratio is equal to 5:4. Using this, can we identify what is profit percentage? Can we identify profit percentage? Can we identify profit? No. Profit cannot be done, but profit percentage can be done. Now, if you know selling price is equal to 600 rupees and cost price is equal to 500 rupees, can we identify profit percentage? That is what I was telling you. Both should be in terms of number of parts or both should be in terms of rupees. Now it is said that market price of the article is 90 more than the cost price. We don't know how much is cost price, let it be X. And market price is equal to plus 90. Now between we have selling price. Discount to profit ratio is equal to 5:4. I'll treat it as 5 parts and 4 parts. When the profit is equal to 4 parts, selling price will be X plus 4 parts. Got it? And at the same time, when the discount is equal to 5 parts, selling price will be market price minus discount only. This will be same as market price minus discount, which is equal to 5 parts. Both are selling prices, hence both becomes equal. X gets cancelled. You understand? Now, minus 5 parts goes to the other side, becomes plus 5 parts. 9 parts is equal to 90. 1 part is equal to 10. If you substitute 1 part value 10 in any of these equations or the available information, can we identify how much is X value? Can we get X value? No. So when you don't know X value, can we answer the question? So answer is cannot be determined. We can only calculate how much is the discount and how much is the profit. That's all. X value cannot be determined. 150 liters of mixture of contains milk and water in the ratio 3:2. X liters of water is added to the mixture. Milk and water 3 parts and then 2 parts. What is the quantity that we are adding? Water. How much quantity? X liters. Then milk must be same, because there is no change in milk. We are not taking out, neither we are adding. Milk must be constant. Then the ratio of water to milk is 4:3. Be careful here. Water to milk is 4:3. Milk to water will be 3:4. So we know that milk should be same. In terms of number of milk is constant only, fine. Water increased by how many parts? 2 parts. Initial total quantity in terms of parts is 5 parts. 5 parts is equal to 150. How many parts of milk is added? Water is added? 2 parts. 530 times 150, 230 times 60. Question is about X by 3. Answer is 60 by 3. 20 is final answer. After getting X value, majority of the people think that they got answer. And examiner gave first option as 60. They will try to trap you in all the ways they can. Okay now? Just you need to be careful what is asked. The ratio of age of Hari to that of Venki after 4 years would be 4:5. Sum of their present ages is 37. Present ages sum is 37, but 4:5 is their ratio of age after 4 years, in the sense to the present age. For each member, how many years do we have to add? 2 members together. Then if the present age sum is equal to 37, age sum after 4 years will be, you have to add 8 years. How much is that? 45, which is equal to sum of their ages after 4 years, which will be in terms of number of parts? 9 parts. Now the question is, what is the difference between ages of Hari and Venki after 5 years? When is their age difference we need? Whether it is present age difference or 1 year back or 5 years back or after 1 year or after 5 years. Age difference between any two people in any year must be same. In terms of parts, how many parts? 1 part will be equal to 5. The given data depicts 1/4 of runs scored by 4 batsmen A, B, C, D in a test match. 1/4 of runs scored. A, B, C, D. Right. 0, 5, 10, 15. Between them we have 5 lines, so each line is 1. Now look at A, 24. If 1/4 is 24, total will be 4 times of it. 96. 1 line above 25, which is 26, 4 times. 104. Next. 2 lines above 20, which is 22, 4 times. 88. 1 line below 35, that will be 34. 34 double. 136. Instead of 38 4 times, I will take double. 38 double 76. 76. 38 na? 34. 34 double 68. 68 double 136. Number of runs scored by batsmen C and D together. Sum of both the numbers. First hundreds and tens places both. 130, 80. 8 plus 6, 14. 210 plus 14. 224. 224 is what percent of number of runs scored by AB together? AB together, 200. To make the first number round figure, we need 4. Take 4 from the second number, both becomes 100. 1% value. Then 1, 1, 2 is final answer, which is fifth option. 1, 1 to fifth option. Usually మనం ఏం రాయాలి ఇక్కడ? By 200 into 100. Instead you directly write 1% of the value. Directly we can get it. What is the average runs scored by B, D in a test match? B and D, average. 4 added to this fellow. 140, 100 by 2. Average runs scored by B, C is, and ఇంకోటి ఎవడో ఉన్నాడు ఇక్కడ. B, C, E, 3 people are there. Their average is 96. 96, when I see it, I could see it as 100 minus 4, average. Then sum will be 3 times of it. 300 minus 12, how much? 288. That is for B, C, E. B and C together, 192. Instead of subtracting 192, you subtract 200, add 8 later. Subtract 200, 88, add 8 more. So E, runs scored by E becomes 96. Find the number of runs scored by batsman E in the match, 96. Total number of runs scored by batsman B is how much percent more or less than number of runs scored by AC together? A and C together. To make the first number round figure, we need 4. Take 4 from 88. How much is left over? 84. 184. 184. With respect to 184, runs scored by B, which is 104. Is it more or less? It is definitely less. How much less? 80 less from? 80 less from which number? 184. Percentage into 100. Number of runs అడిగారు. It is not about the percentage, it is direct about number. 80 less. 80 less. Sometimes they may give first option as 80. 80 more. So you should remember the entire thing. Don't just remember only number. What is the ratio of number of runs scored by batsmen A and C? A and C. A 96. C 88. When I see 96, denominator, is it a 3 multiple? No. So your first number should be 3 multiple. Moreover, look at the denominator. 11 multiple. Is your numerator 11 multiple? No. So final answer, your first number should be 3 multiple and your second number should be 11 multiple. Like that, how many options are there? How many are there? This is 9 multiple kada. Do you have 9 multiple or only 3 multiple? Can you get 9 multiple then? Can this be your answer? No. తెలుసు కదా మీకు, తెలుసా లేదా? మరి ఎందుకు 2 ఆప్షన్స్ కనపడ్డాయి? అప్పుడు 2 ఆప్షన్స్ కనపడినప్పుడు వెంటనే ఏం చేయాలి? ఆ రెండిటికి అబ్జర్వ్ చేయాలి. 4th and 5th, when you look at 4th and 5th, second number is same 11. Then you have to look at first number and identify the difference. Then you will get it. 4th option is 9 multiple, but you should get only 3 multiple. Okay kada? The perimeter of the rectangle with length of the rectangle which is equal to the diameter of the perimeter of 154 meters is 170. What is 170? You tell me. Come on my dear English medium graduates. Izzat ka sawal. What is 170? Perimeter of the rectangle. 2 times of L plus B is 170. Then L plus B will be equal to 85. Where it is said that length is equal to diameter of the circle with perimeter 154. So 2 pi r, instead what I will do is pi d, because we need diameter, right? If we need r, you can write it as 2 pi r, but we need d. So I will write it as pi d. 22 by 7 into d is equal to 154. 22 7 times, then diameter 49, length is equal to 49, then breadth will be 36. Question is to identify area of the rectangle. Product of length and breadth should end with and one more should end with 4. How many options are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 options are there, correct? Now again go back to our original numbers. Go back to our original numbers. 36 is available. So answer must be 9 multiple. Sum of numbers in first option 18. 18. Is it a 9 multiple? Yes, that can be your answer. Hold it. Now let's go to third option. 6 plus 6, 12 plus 4 plus 1. Can this be your answer? Eliminate. 8 plus 1. Leave it. Left over 10. Is it a 9 multiple? No. Answer first option. Hemant invests 12,000 for 9 months and Teja invests 6,000 for 15 months in a business. What percent of the total share of profit will be taken by Teja? Who is Teja? First person or the second person? Second person share as a percentage we have to answer. Correct? Now first person invested 12,000. Second person invested 6,000. First person for 9 months. Second person, denominator 6 into 15. 9 cancellation, denominator 10. Simplified value. So 6:5 is their ratio, correct? Total how many parts are there? And second person is getting 5. So which is equal to 5/11 of 100. Am I right? What do you mean by 1/11 in percentage? 5/11 in the sense into 5 only. 45 something. Only one option. 45 something. A tap can fill a tank in 16 hours due to a leak at the bottom of the tank. Tap fills the tank in 20 hours. If the tank is full and the tap is closed, B hours will be taken to empty the tank. Find the value of B. A alone can fill the tank in 16 hours, whereas B is an outlet. Avuna? Leakage. Because of the leakage, now the tank got filled in. Now 20 hours is time taken by both A and B together to fill the tank. Now the question is about B can empty the tank in how many hours? That's the question. Agreed? LCM 80. A does 5 units. AB does, where 4 units is done, work done by both A and B. A alone does 5 units. When B is included, it came down to 4 units. That means B is doing negative work. How many units? 1 unit negative work is done by B. So B can empty the full tank in how many hours? 80 by 1. Answer 80. Clear? The compound interest incurred on a certain sum in the second year is 1221. If the rate of interest is 11% per annum, then find the compound interest incurred at the end of first year. Principal is always 100%, you know that. Correct? First year compound interest will be 11% calculated on principal 100. Correct? You know addition method? Compound interest, addition method, first year interest, write the principal, calculate interest on the number you see there. Write the principal and start. For the first year you can see only principal. So compound interest is calculated only on principal, which is 11% of 100%. That is 11%. Now for the second year, interest, how many numbers you are able to see? On both numbers you have to calculate interest. On principal we already know 11. First year interest is 11. Out of that 11%, 1.21%. 1. That will be equal to 12.21%, which is equal to 1221 according to the information. They said compound interest in the second year. Clearly it is said that compound interest in second year, not for 2 years. For 2 years in second year, both are completely different. Agreed or not? For 2 years meaning first year and second year both included, both put together, it is for 2 years. In second year is only second year value. 12.21% is given. Now the question is compound interest at the end of the first year. That means first year interest only, which is equal to 11%. That will be 1100. Is it clear? Right. Where is X? Left hand side or right hand side? Right hand side. Positive or negative? So you should take that to left hand side. Now identify where exactly is X. Where is X? Right hand side negative. That is fine. We have discussed that. But X is in cube root value. Correct? Come on. Then your answer should have perfect cube value. Is your first option a cube? Second? Third, fourth, fifth, how many cubes values are there? That has to be your answer then. You understand? If multiple options are available which are cube values, then we have to calculate the answer. Kada? 73 times. 2, 10. 6 3 times. 12 goes to the other side. Already you have 18. Forget about 70 into 3. Forget about that number. We will consider it later. 6 3s. 12 goes to the other side. Minus 12. 18 minus 12. Now consider 73 times. Plus 6. 2, 1, 6. 150 goes to the other side. Divided by 150. Is it okay? That is equal to X square value. 6 36 times, 6 25 times. 36 by 25 can be written as 6 by 5 whole square. Then x is equal to 6 by 5. 6 by 5 meaning 1.2. 22 square, 484 minus 4, 480. This number is in left hand side, which is in multiplication. If it goes to the other side, it comes in denominator only, divided by 12.8 into 15 we have. Yes. Now what I'll write it as is 10 times and half of that number. 10 times 128. Half of that number 64. Sum 192. 192. 48. How many times? 48 how many times is 480? Come on. 10 times. 48. 4 times. 10 by 4. 2.5. 48 undi. 192 undi. Forget about 0. I don't know how you are able to see that. But for me, I could see it as 50 minus 2. This is 200 minus 8. Exactly 4 times. 50s, 200s, 4 times. If you have any doubt, verify the last digit verification. 8 into 4 ends with 2. 192 ending with 2. Done. Got it? This comes to left hand side. Becomes plus. Only integers. This is x square value we are writing. Correct? Avuna kada? When this value comes to left hand side, will it be a positive value or a negative value? X square is something. Correct? Now, consider only integers. This became plus. 1 plus 5. 6 plus 2. Plus we have to add fraction. Avuna? Fine. When you add 3 fraction values. 1, 2, 3. Maximum you may get 2. You will not even get 3. Are they proper fractions or improper fractions? Proper or improper? That means each value is less than 1 only. Come on. If you add 2 values where each value is less than 1, like that if you have 2 numbers, when you add these 2 numbers, will you get 2? Definitely you should get less than 2. Right? Like that, how many fractions are there? All are positive fractions only. So we have to add values, and all are proper fractions. Every value is less than 1. So maximum you may get 2 something, but you will not get 3. Agreed or not? So 8 plus maximum of value 2 only you will get. That may be either 9 or 10 or something, but it cannot be more than 11 at all. Not even equal to 11. Correct? And x square value may be 9 or 10 or something. X value should be, go to options. Go to options. Common sense. Ardhamainda? If you add all the values, all these 3 fractions, you will get 1. 8 plus 1, 9. But you have to add values. But instead of adding, I am saying use common sense. It is easy. Okay. ఇంత పెద్దదా? 40.5% of 50 or 50% of 40.5. Is that okay? Let me calculate 50% of this fellow. Easy to calculate. 20.25 minus 80% of this number. 0.3125. This is 100%. But we have to calculate 80% only. 80% in the sense, from this you have to subtract 20% only. Assume you get some number x. Let us assume x. Now where do you keep x value here? Here. That means x is subtracted from 20.25. Avuna. After decimal, how much is there? 0.25. Here also we may get 0.25 here. What is 10% of this number? 0.03125 double 0.0625 0.0625. If that is subtracted, you get 0.25 only. So this is equal to 20. Look at the right hand side number. X percent of 8. X percent of 8. Now, if you rewrite it, x by 100 into 8. Am I right? Then x will be equal to 2000 divided by 8, which is equal to 250. Is that okay? %, of this number, 10% plus 25%. Is that okay? 10%, 25%, half and half of the number. Half is 2100. Again half, 1050. Total value 1470. This goes to right hand side and becomes minus 1470. 125%, can we write it as 5 by 4? 5 by 4. 5 by 4. 4 how many times? 5 into 8. 40 square. 1600 minus 1470. 130. Second option. Or 125% of 32. Adding 25% to the original number. 25% is 8. 8 more 40. Root 2 whole square. 2 into 400 into root x is equal to, first of all, I don't need all this. It's a simple logic. Root x. Then x value should be a perfect square. Can it be first option? Second, third, fourth, fifth? Okay. X is in left hand side, correct? I told you already, when you are left with two options, observe those two. One is 9 multiple, the other is non-9 multiple. Which is 9 multiple? 36. X is in left hand side or right hand side? Left hand side. So left hand side, if you have 3 multiple, then right hand side also you should have 3 multiple. Is your right hand side any number is a 3 multiple? Then can your answer be a 3 multiple? 36 eliminated, third final answer. Understood the logic? Sure. 5 how many times? 254 times. 9 cube. 729. Subtracted from last 2 digits must be 71 only. How many options are ending with 71? Only one. 40. This fellow ends with 0 plus 4 ends with how many? 7 cube ends with. The other number is ending with. Right hand side number ends with. Plus 297 goes to the other side. Minus 7. 1 minus 7. Then x into 9 is ending with 4. X should be divided by 9 only. 9 into which number ends with 4? How many options are ending with 6? Second option final. Only last digit base. You understand? This can be written as or else direct also. 4 cube. 4 cube. 8 square. 8 power minus 2 in the sense 1 by 64 only. 64 gets cancelled. 2 power x is equal to 2 power 7. X is equal to, that's all. Now, 324. When you see 324, what comes in your mind? 18 square. 18 and 18. Product of both the numbers. But sum is equal to minus 45. Correct? So let me take this fellow as 9 into 2. I'll write 9 here. 2 is there. 2 into 18. 9 and 36, 45. So combination minus 9 minus 36. Factors are 9 and 36. Y square value is equal to 324. Y is equal to plus or minus. Even if you take plus 18, you are actually done with the answer. 18 lies in between 9 and 36. Relation cannot be established. You don't have to even write the other number. Is it clear? Next. 221. When you see 221, what comes in your mind? You should identify it as 225 minus 4. Nearest square value. Nearest square value for 221. What is that? 225. How much less? 4 less. 15 square minus 2 square only. A square minus B square. A plus B into A minus B. A plus B 17. A minus B 13. So this can be written as 13 into 17. Come on, Pillalu. Sum is equal to 30. Combination plus 17 plus 13. Then factors are minus 13 minus 17. Next. This product must be 2. Sum must be 3. 1 and 2 are the combinations. Correct? Factors are minus 1 minus 2. Answer. X is greater than Y. I am right. Look at the equation. Look at the equation. This is Y and this is X. X is greater than Y. Okay, na? Don't be in cloud 9 or any assumptions. Examiner, I told you already, they will try to trap you in all the ways they can. Okay na? So, usually ga nene em cheptanu entire condition gurtupeట్టుకోండి అని చెప్తున్నాను. Don't remember less than or greater than. I told you to remember the entire equation. Not only that, you have to look at what exactly is that. Are they talking about X or Y or Q1 or Q2, Z, A, B, P, Q? Variable also you have to remember. Next. Naveen can complete a piece of work in 36 days. Manoj can complete the work in 25 days. If they start working together on 2nd September, on what day 61% of the work will be completed? 36 and 25. Are there any common factors other than 1? No. Then LCM is their product only. 4 25s will give you. Like that, how many 4s are here? Then LCM will be 900. Naveen and Manoj. You know that days are 36 and 25. Units are 25 units and 36 units. They'll have to complete 61% of the work. 61% of the total work will be 61 into 1% value. This is what they need to complete now. By working together, both will do 61 units. 61 gets cancelled. So how many days they need? 9 days they need. So after 9 days only they will be able to complete 61% of the work. Agreed? When did they started working? After 2nd September onwards they need 9 more days. Correct? So on which day they are going to complete it? 11th September. You just need to add 9 days, right? A box contains 4 yellow, 5 red, 6 blue balls. Total how many are there? 15. If two balls are picked at random, that can be done in 15C2 ways. What is the probability that both are red? How many red are there? So that is favorable items are 5C2. 5 into 4, 15 into 14. 3 times 2, 7, 2 by 21. Ashok borrowed money from the bank with interest calculated on compounded annually basis for 2 years. After 2 years, he paid total amount 18,225. Do you know principal? Do you know time period? How many years? 2 years. Compound interest. Do you know what is rate of interest? No. Do you know amount paid? Amount paid after 2 years. 18,225. So we don't know principal and rate of interest also. But we know time period and amount paid. Amount paid. Okay, kada? Let's start. We cannot calculate rate of interest without principal. We cannot calculate principal without rate of interest. Both are interlinked now. Ardhamaindi kada? If Ashok borrows money from the bank is 10,000, then what is the interest rate per annum? 18,225 is amount paid. Principal is 10,000. Then interest is 8,225 calculated on principal 10,000. In terms of percentage, 2 years interest will be 2 years interest in terms of percentage. Or mimmalni pisiki apni pillalu tagalaya. 8,225. This is 100%, right? This value in terms of percentage will be 82.25. Agreed or not? 2 years interest is equal to 82.25%. But we need it for 1 year. General concept I am asking. If the first year interest is X, in terms of rupees I am telling you. Second year simple interest will be X. Venatla. Chippu loose ayinattundi. If the first year interest is X, second year simple interest will also be X. Third year also, any year simple interest will be X. Will there be any difference between simple interest and compound interest for the first year? So first year compound interest is also X. Second year compound interest, will that be equal to X or more than X or less than X? More than X. So now sum of both first year compound interest and second year compound interest will be more than 2X. Then 1 year interest will be less than half of that number. What is interest rate? X. For 2 years it will be more than 2X. Then per year it will be less than half of that number. Sure? Ardhamainda? 2 years interest is 82.25. Then for 1 year it will be definitely less than half of that number. What is half of that fellow? 41 point something, etc., etc. So answer should be definitely less than 41. Am I right? Go to options. Go to options. Go to options, I said. 30. You can say all the options are less than 41, but answer should be close to it. Right? Even if you have any doubt, I'll tell you. Rate of interest, if it is X% per annum, for 2 years it will be X plus X square by 100. You know it, right? If the rate of interest is 30% per annum for 1 year, for 2 years it will be 30 plus 30. 30 square by 100 total. But we have interest 82.25%. This is our rate of interest for 2 years. At the rate of 30% per annum, it should be only 69. But we have 82.25. So answer must be more than 30. If it is equal to 40% per annum, you may ask me, why are you talking about 30 and 40? I'm identifying the range. Easy to calculate also. 40 plus 40. 40 square by 100. 80 plus 16. If the rate of interest is 40% per annum, for 2 years it will be, but our interest is, so answer should be more than 30, less than 40. There is only one option like that. Avuna kada? Right. Now, when you know that it is less than 41, among options you can see 35. If you want to clear that, you can do that. Per year, if it is equal to 35, apply the same. For 2 years, 35 plus 35. 35 square. 1225 by 100. 12.25 plus 70. 82.25. That is what we have. Now I am identifying exact number. Earlier we tried range. That అర్థమవుతుంది కదా? If the rate of interest is 12.5% per annum, when you see 12.5%, what comes in your mind? 1 by 8. Then what is the difference between compound interest and simple interest for 2 years? Okay. What is fractional form? If it is given for only 1 year, instead of 100%, I'll start with, generally we'll start principal as 100%. Am I right? If it is given for 1 year, but the rate of interest is 12.5%, which is 1/8 value, instead of 100, I'll start with 800%. Because I need 8 multiple. Ardhamainda? If it is given for 2 years, 8 square, 64. So you need to start your principal as 64, 100%. We are increasing the number. So I'll start taking our principal as 64 parts, not in terms of percentage. You can definitely start taking 6,400, but you are increasing the number which I don't like. Ardhamainda? Now first year interest, I told you already, addition method. Interest calculated on the numbers you see there. First year you can see only one number, 1/8. What is 1/8 of it? 8 parts. Second year simple interest, 8 parts only. Every year simple interest will be 8 parts. Second year compound interest, on both numbers we have to calculate 1/8. On principal 1/8 you already know 8 parts. On first year interest 8 parts. What is 1/8? 1 part. Avuna? Total interest, second year interest, total compound interest 17 parts. Total simple interest 16 parts. Now the question is about difference between simple and compound, which is equal to 1 part. We need to write answer in terms of rupees. Rupees available in question is 18,225. What is 18,225? Amount received. Amount according to our numbers is, interest is 17 parts, principal is 64 parts, then amount will be 81 parts. Come on, Pillalu. Which is equal to 18,225. 18,225. Then 1 part value will be divided by 81. Answer ends with 5. Answer ends with all kadile 4. ఇది అవ్వదు కదా ఆన్సర్. Answer ends with 5. Agreed. What is denominator? 81. 1 time or 2 times or 3 times or 4 times. ఫస్ట్ డిజిట్ అమ్మా, 9 మల్టిపుల్ మీ పాడు మేము తగలయ్యా ఎందుకంట, 80సే కదా. 81 మొత్తం వద్దు, 80s. డబుల్ ఎంత? 3 times ఎంత? 4 times ఎంత? ఇంత చాలు మనకి ఇంక అక్కర్లా. పైన ఏముంది? 180. అంటే 2 timesా 3 timesా 4 timesా? ఆన్సర్ అయిపోయింది. వెళ్ళండి. Answer should start with 2 but should end with 5. There is only one option. Why do you have to calculate entire answer? You understand? Right.